Hello, good afternoon, JuliaCon 2023. This session is about comparisons and benchmarks between training languages on insurance analytics use cases. This is Yun-Tien from Minimum, and we're a consulting firm focusing on data analytic applications. And then, in this session, I'll be doing an introduction and then going into a detailed explanation of insurance analytics with use cases and with some codes and benchmarks. This is actually from a graph of one of our previous papers talking about potential benefits of using data science at each insurance selling phase. Before insurance sale, there are several applications of sales management and risk segmentation, and also agency force enforcement, and also during the insurance sale process, a lot of applications focusing on underwriting and examination decisions. After the sale, there's applications, a bunch of applications on claims handling, fraud detection, and the recommendation systems. So in this session, we have already identified three particular use cases. The first use case is about similarity calculation, where oftentimes it's applied on customer or risk segmentation and on all other applications as well. So generally, we can separate data fields into two types of data fields. The first one is categorical, and second one is numerical. And usually, we're calculating a similarity measure. No matter we want to use a cosine or whatever similarity measure, we just want to find out how similar each record would compare to each other, so as we are able to actually separate different customers into different groups. The second application is about simulation, and so for many applications like behavior analysis or risk analysis, or even some of the reserving applications inside insurance calculation, where I want to do a lot of simulation on different applications. Third application is about parameter estimation. This entails a lot of applications, including automatic underwriting, agency force recruiting, channel searching, recommendation systems. Oftentimes, we have actually a huge amount of data where the row represents each user and column represents the attributes or the features of different user, and we're actually given whether whether there's a target value we want to predict. So in different applications, we just want to identify the underlying relationship between these variables, and in parameter estimation, we have identified one of the metrics decomposition methodologies of matrix decomposition. So this one is called factorization machines. Okay, so I'll present some of the codes from the first use case. So in Julia and Python and C#, we can actually see that it's fairly easy as compared to other languages of implementing similarity calculation using Julia as well as in Python. But in other languages like C# or Rust, it would take a lot of time to develop similar kind of applications. So in this comparison, we actually use GitHub Action, where we can run different languages on a standardized machine just to compare the efficiency of different codes. So in this graph, it is definitely easier, very straightforward to see that Julia outperforms other languages. In the second case, it's about simulation, where first step is to set up some variables. So in this particular case, we want to find the reserves based on the accumulated efficiencies of 1,000 interest rate scenarios. And most likely, this will be something like a variable annuities or interest rate sensitive products. And then, so there's regulatory requirements that we have to simulate accumulated efficiency as reserves under different scenarios. So in Julia and Python, it's fairly straightforward to implement, while in other languages, apparently it's not. And then, so it's also very straightforward and simple to actually parallelize the running of some of the operations in Julia. And this also shows that it's comparatively more complicated to implement similar functionalities in C#. Okay, the result shows that still we're using GitHub Actions to run different code bases in different languages. And then the result also shows that Julia outperforms other languages. The third use case about parameter estimation. So basically, this one is actually just a factorization machine I just mentioned about to decompose a sparse matrix into a underlying structure of a different like the attributes. And then so for Julia, we set up some of the variables and run through the sort of the SGD, the stochastic gradient descent on sparse matrices. In Python, we did the same thing as well. And so it's basically just fairly straightforward, following the same structure. And then in C#, we did the same thing, but seems like a lot of code and also a lot of libraries have to write ourselves in order to achieve the same functionality. For the results, we still use the same standardized machine on GitHub Actions, and then Julia also outperforms other languages. So yeah, this just concludes this really fairly short talk on the different on the applications of different insurance-oriented fields. So different languages. For the future work, we're actually extending to, we are considering to extend the ideas in a later paper on GPUs and how GPU can be used in different applications and how efficient it is in different languages. And also for other purposes as well, we're considering to add more use cases, and hopefully we can also share in the near future. Thank you.